Welcome to OtakuSandGeeks.com Essential Anime. We are back here with episode 62. Today we're going to be talking about a very controversial anime back in the 1990s, and this anime is entitled Kite. As always, I give you a brief synopsis, so without further ado, here we go. A pretty young college student named Sawa becomes a vigilante after being trained by the detective who took her in following her parents' murder. So for this particular video, there is two versions of this film. There's a uncut version, and then there is a cut version. For the sake of YouTube, the algorithms, and keeping the peace, I'm only going to be talking about the cut version here on YouTube. For the uncut talk, which is going to be deep and dive on more mature themes, really messed up themes, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Just head over to otakusangeeks.com. The link will be right there. And you can watch me talk about the uncut version and how messed up the story actually is. Now, for the cut version pretty much takes away all the sexual assault. And it basically keeps the premise of Sawa being trained by this detective who you find out did something. And he basically grooms this girl. This girl was groomed to be a killer. And it's a really sad, tragic tale because she literally had no options. She was taken in by this detective, quote unquote. Let's put air quotes on that detective. And she was groomed to be a killer. And you see later on that they're not the only ones. She's not the only one. There's more people just like her. And that's all I'm gonna dive deep into when it comes to the story. I'm gonna go deeper into spoiler territory. I mean, it's almost it's soon a couple of years from now. This will be 20 years, folks. 30 years, I should say. So, but I wanted to for YouTube. I'll say this: the reason why it's essential. One, the action scenes in this is absolutely top notch. I tell you, if you watch the bathroom scene. The bathroom to the falling scene is just anime, damn near anime perfection. It is glorious gunfight to see. Two, the character Asawa is a tragic character. She doesn't get too much characterization, but in the cut version, obviously. But the uncut version, when you see what's happened to her, when you see how she was trained and everything else, it's very sad. It's depressing. I can understand why people refuse to see this film because it is heavy. It's heavy and it's something that you do not want to see. And it's something that I still feel like it is essential because of what it tried to do, what the story was trying to tell. I say that the biggest flaw with this film that it's too short. It's about 45 minutes. And you don't really get that much time to really explore the underlying themes that they're going for here. I'm gonna say more in the uncut version, so to dive deeper into it. I can't talk today for some reason. To dive more deeper into the whole psyche and analysis and everything else. But it was something that I feel like just from animation, just looking at this shot here of the opening sequence of her overlooking the city, just cinematography wise, it is a beauty. Just the way the animation, the lighting, especially at night. The soundtrack is just gorgeous. They use a great jazz soundtrack that I think a lot of people will dig. If you can ever find that soundtrack, definitely add it to your anime soundtrack collection. It's a really good soundtrack. They have some really good villains here. Sick villains that you really hope they get the upcomings in. I will say if you're gonna watch this, it depends on your sensitivity level. If you are sensitive towards graphic natures and depictions of assault, definitely watch the uncut version because they cut all that shit out. But if you want to get a more heavier content and feel fucking seriously uneasy, then watch the uncut version. But the uncut version, I feel, gives a little bit more content to the grooming and everything else that's been happening to these kids, these girls, and these boys as well. So, Kite, that was our my censored thoughts on the cut version. So head over to otakusangeeks.com. The link is in the description and check out the uncut version where I go into more details on everything. And this is Justin saying thank you. Later days. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Since you're watching this on YouTube, hit that notification bell. That helps us out and the channel out a lot. And if you're going to be watching the uncut version on Otaku Geeks, thank you very much. Later days. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.